Hi guys, good morning. This is Dan. Welcome to Engelgeist. For those of you that are new, welcome. For those of you that are returning, welcome back. For those of you that support me over on Patreon, thank you so very much for your subscriptions. I greatly appreciate them. This is the forecast for all signs. It is a broad spectrum forecast that I speak in broad terms, so you have to figure out where or if it fits in your life. If it doesn't, that's okay. It doesn't mean that anything's wrong or off. You're just working on something different at this time. This reading is originally created for Saturday the 4th. Oh, it's time to get ready. Saturday the 4th of September, but it is mainly, the way that I look at it is it's a timeless message in the sense that if you're seeing it at a different time, don't worry, take the message rather than the date, right? So you can do that with any of my readings. Right now, I don't know how many videos I have up, but if you wanted to play video roulette and just randomly pick one and see what the message is, you can certainly do that. So if this message finds you on a different date, take the message rather than the date. Please check out the drop-down menu underneath the video on YouTube. All of my information is there, and I would like you guys to read that if you're new to me, just because there's certain things I want you to think about when utilizing my videos at any time. So let's get into this and see where we're at. Today is the morning of Gabriel's surgery, and so we've been busy this morning trying to get everything together. So we have the Empress, Miss Pug, Pugalicious. All right, Empress energy is Taurian energy, right? I love that she is following, well, she's actually Venus, which is associated with Taurus. So I should say she sort of leans towards Taurus leaning, right? She's Taurus adjacent, let's call her. Anyways. She's all about love. She is about, in a sense, Venus is about love, compassion, beauty, seeing the beauty in all things, creativity, all of those things that kind of romance can bring too, right? The Empress personifies that, but also sort of that like Mother Earth connection, that connection to nature, connection to childbirth, and then thus creativity, new beginnings, nurturing that sort of an energy, right? She is a very capable, centered, grounded, loving, compassionate card, right? So these are things that we want to focus on today. Remember, we're at the end of this week, and the end of the week card underneath the energy underneath is that Seven of Swords, which is a little bit, I'm going to use one of my words, hinky, right? Seven of Swords is never a welcome card in the sense that it means somebody's up to no good in the background. There could be a betrayal or a lie that's being told that's afoot. But what I do like is this week twice we've seen Justice, right? Also major arcana. And also a very strong feminine energy too, an intuitive energy in a way, but also with that intellect of Libra. Right? So when I see the Empress here, whoever or whatever is being sort of hinky, weird, not truthful, not upfront, the Empress to me is grounded enough, centered enough, and in control enough of her sort of connection to her world, her environment, what's going on, that she can see us through whatever this challenge might be in the background, right, from this Seven of Swords energy. So I'm not as worried about this Seven of Swords as I was maybe at the beginning of the week, because we've been presented with both Justice and the Empress to kind of come in here, solidify us, keep us strong, and keep us, moving through no matter what's going on, like maybe in the background or around us that doesn't necessarily fit with us, right? The Empress is opportune energy for creativity, right? So if you have any ideas that you want to launch, any opportunities that you want to create, this is the woman, or this is the card that is about sort of bringing the compassion and the love and the possibility to those moments, right? And making them happen. We see that in the spring, like the new cherry blossoms. We see this transformative butterfly. We've been seeing that sort of white butterfly all week long, and now we're seeing it in color. So it's almost like our transformation process is maybe complete. I believe we saw a white butterfly. I can't remember if it was, I think it was on Justice's scales. And then I feel like we saw it earlier in the week too. So to me, it's like we are now coming into our own with the Empress here. She is about ownership. She's about, I don't know. she projects this sense of grounded awareness, in control, not really, you know, she does everything with love. So even if we're dealing with, say, a Seven of Swords situation or person, right, where somebody's not being honest, somebody's being backhanded or deceitful, or something's going on in the background, the Empress isn't going to let that rock her world. Neither is Justice, to be honest, right? These two cards, to me, feel like they're reminding us, like, look, this is who you are. Like, this is what you know. These are your strengths. Utilize them, right? Rest in them, reside in them, and own them, right? And then create from them. And that is that clarity stone that we saw as the message of this week. The clarity that comes with these last two cards of this week, the Justice card and Empress, is like, you know, regardless of what others are doing, we have our stuff together. And if we don't feel as though we do, which some of you may not, I certainly have those moments too, we need to get into that feeling. We need to find that feeling for ourselves and connect to our environment in such a way that it empowers us, similar to this beautiful card, right? Now, these babies too, they can indicate childbirth, but I also am getting this weird feeling that these could be different ideas or projects we might have going that we want to nurture, that we want to raise in a way, or rear, right? Because that would be sort of Empress energy too, with love and compassion to bring them forward and make them more of a reality in our world, okay? Let's look at the Wisdom of Avalon card and see what that says. Ooh, get it. Very strong feminine energy going along with this Empress energy. This is the guides of the fairy, the water fairy, feelings and emotions, card number 28. That's going to boil down to a 10, which is going to be a 1, which is going to be the focus on the self. Now, with the water fairy, I don't necessarily know her definition from the book, but I'm going to go with this. She's going to tap us into those emotions. But what I like about her is not only is she a very feminine card, and she's an emotional card, and also probably intuitive, right? She and the Empress are a very nice combination, because water and earth are complementary to one another, right? And the Empress, being associated with Venus, which is the planet of Taurus, is an earth-bound energy, right? Or an earthy sign, or Taurus is an earth sign. That's why Empress has such connection to sort of the environment, nature, childbirth, not the repetition, but the replication of life, in a sense, right? She makes things physical in a way, like through ideas and the birthing of those ideas and then the nurturing of them, they come to fruition and become realities, right? That's her job, the Empress. The water fairy, it brings us to this place of feelings and emotions. She's the guide that brings us through these feelings and emotions, right? She's the sort of the navigator here that lets us know that we don't have to fear. She feels a little murky, right? We see those lily pads and stuff. There might be stuff in our emotions that could feel a little bit weird. And the reason why I'm saying that is we do have that Seven of Swords underneath there. So there could be some feelings and emotions that come up for us today. The Empress is about staying grounded and staying in that love, staying focused on that compassion. We don't necessarily have to give compassion to somebody that's being an outright, thief or inappropriate. That would be that Seven of Swords energy. But we certainly need to maintain our own feelings and emotions and keep our strength, our wits, our grounded nature about us and within us. Does that make sense? So I feel like the water fairy is asking us to put that, to be aware of where our emotions and our feelings are at within ourselves. That's the number one of that 28, right? The focus should be on us and how we connect into our world today. And the way that we need to do that, we need to be grounded. We need to be focused on possibility, on love, on nurturing. Doesn't necessarily mean we have to give it to the people that aren't nurturing us back. That's the Seven of Swords action in all of this. And that's kind of this sort of swampiness around her, I feel like. Clear some of this away. I feel like the water fairy is here to help us. She's here to show us the way through the emotions, through the feelings we might be having, so that we can better access this Empress energy. And the two work together concurrently to bring about, hopefully, a balance and an understanding of where we're at and who we are and what we can do. And that's some of that clarity from that stone that we see. That should be our focus or the goal this week that we want to ground in. So a clarity in our feeling and emotions and a clarity in our awareness of what we can do, what we're capable of, who we are, what we're here for, all of that sort of stuff. Now, here is the grounding stone for the day. This is something to be aware of and to ground in to help keep you kind of centered more in maybe this Empress energy. And I'm also going to say this too, this water fairy is very much connected to that frog energy that we were seeing in the card. And I told you the story yesterday about finding the frog twice. This water fairy, you know, that's the home of the frog and the cleansing and the purifying of the emotions. So there might be some spring cleaning emotionally that we need to do that we're fully capable of doing, is what I want to say. So think about that. The stone today is blessed. Remembering that we are blessed. Remembering that we need to focus with this Empress energy. And with yesterday's, you know, I don't necessarily feel like justice just disappears because the day changes. Justice has that clarity and that truth about her, right? So allow yourself to use this Empress energy to focus on what is right in the world for you, what you love, what you have compassion for, what is beautiful, what is connected. All of that stuff is Venusian focus, and that's her wheelhouse. The water fairy wants you to truly feel it. Let the murk fall away. If we have to work our way through the murk or dive to the depths within ourselves to kind of uproot that and move it out, do so. But doing that, the nice counterbalance to me, or the feeling I'm getting is to stay balanced. To help you maintain that balance is to stay focused on where you have blessings in your life. Where are things working? Where are things clear? Where are things honest? Don't focus on, oh my God, they did this to me. Focus on, okay, they maybe did that to me and I don't like how I feel. Why do I feel this way about that? Why do I give them so much space in my life or so much importance in my head or in my heart, right? And then find sort of maybe the blessing within that or the lesson that you can learn. Not necessarily a lesson you can learn, but the change that can be created from standing in our own power around this situation, right? Like almost taking it back from the Seven of Swords, whatever that situation may be for you. Does that make sense? I think it does. And I'm going to leave it there, I think. That is your forecast for the day. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please hit the thumbs up button. That greatly helps the channel. Share this video out with anybody that you feel could use it. And leave any questions or comments on the video. And for those of you that are new, please consider hitting that subscribe button and then hit the notification bell so you get notified when I go live. And I'm always available for private readings. I happily accept tips on my PayPal if you like any daily reading that you see. And I look forward to seeing you guys to see how the new weekly is going to shift and change. And we'll see what's to come this coming week in tomorrow's reading. All right, take care and have a lovely day. Bye-bye.